Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob for Smirking Gun Reviews, and today we are going to be talking about Glow, Season 2. I'm not going to do a full episode by episode recap, but there will be spoilers if you haven't seen the show yet. I wanted to talk about this, but I wasn't sure, I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to say. But Glow Season 1 was something that I like Alison Brie. I love Marc Maron, but it's about something that I don't care anything about. I mean, nothing. I could care so less about wrestling. Sorry to any fans out there, my personal taste, I just hate it. So I wasn't sure I was gonna like this at all, but I ended up loving Season 1 quite a bit. And there was just this heart to it and fun. And, it's not Orange is the New Black, but it's like, another almost all female cast. Throw in Marc Maron, and you got a great show. And the characters were all really interesting and real. And, like, there's, the rawness. Like, look at how, toned down everything is as far as like makeup and things, how unglamorous all the girls look, and you see all these TV shows. Alison Brie is a beautiful girl, but you take off all that makeup and you can really see the beauty underneath all the makeup that people usually wear. And so it just, they dress it down and it gives it a much more authentic feel than a lot of shows have. It's just really refreshing to see something like this. And the diversity of the cast is incredible. And so by the end of Season 1, I was just like, all right, that was great. Bring on Season 2. And so it's finally here. It's been out for like a week or so. And I finally finished it. I couldn't binge it. I would have liked to have gotten this review up quicker. But Glow Season 2 is a very different, it's weird. Because I was looking forward to it, and right from the get-go, I was just like underwhelmed. And this isn't like overhype where I was just like, oh, how could, Season 1 was so good that Season 2 had to be somewhat of a disappointment. I just felt like Season 2 started out like, I don't know. It felt like Season 1, you're building up to this thing where they get the show and it's feeling all hopeful. The real story of Glow is just this kind of, like a letdown as part of Season 2 is. Where you can already feel the downward slide of the show that this is about. And I kind of feel like there's been some missteps this season as far as like character development, there's almost none. You get very little with these very interesting girls. You get tons with Alison Brie, Ruth. You get tons with Betty Gilpin's. I want to make sure I get all these ladies' names right. So, yeah, Betty Gilpin's, Debbie. You get a lot with Justine. You get some with Maron, but it all feels like none of these others get that much screen time. And I feel like in a show like this, you need to build these characters up. And by the end of the season, again, if you haven't seen the spoilers, I mean, their show is over, but they do get to go to Vegas to do a live show. So there is hope, there will probably be a Season 3 here. What I hope they do is start making episodes that are more about more individuals than just the two main, Ruth and Debbie, because their whole thing is basically resolved now by the end of it, for the most part, with their history and their bad blood. But I would really like to see all these women get more told. We got little nuggets of things, but they're all so interesting that I want to see their characters fleshed out a lot more than they did here. And that's really kind of my only major gripe about it, is that, dang, you know, like I got all these women's names, like Sunita Mani, who's also played Trenton on Mr. Robot. Her like scenes and overall arc with the new what is it, Chain, you know how they've got their budding relationship, and Melrose, her jealousy of her, and like there's just all these little intricate things like in Bash, like his story, that's underneath all this kind of about his when you find out that his former lover or whatever died, I believe of AIDS, and then he marries Britannica. It's kind of like a I don't know, kind of like a reaction to that, and I want to see more about their lives instead of just dealing with the show's not doing well. The show's probably canceled. I mean, you feel like the show's canceled like really quickly in the series, and I know that this is based on true stuff, but it is TV. It is fantasy. You can stretch it out, and the fact that they didn't take advantage of that on a bigger level was just kind of disappointing. Now, as a whole, season 2 is pretty good. Now that there's like hope for a season 3, because that's what I was feeling. One of the things that bummed me out was like where it was headed didn't feel like there was gonna be a season 3. It just felt like, no, this is it. This is the end of the story, and you guys didn't do anything with this, as far as really more character development, really more looking into these people's lives. And so now that it looks like there will be a season 3, I hope that's what they change. Give us more character development. Show us more of these people's lives. They're really interesting and really funny. And I really was kind of bummed at Marc Maron's character in this for a little while. But again, by the end, it turns around. It's just, I enjoy his style so much that it was just kind of disappointing to see how he was going early on in the season. And the whole Debbie Ruth thing got really old to me. Just because we get it. And just the dragging out of Debbie's feelings. Not that Debbie doesn't have reasons to be pissed at Ruth, but it just felt like it was just dragged out too long as far as a television show. In real life, they'd probably still hate each other. But you need a resolution, and just by dragging out their storyline, it takes away from other opportunities that they had. But that being said, like the show within a show episode was really great. And the finale was really good. The last like 4 or 5 episodes were really good. It was that first beginning that kind of struggled for me. So I am really looking forward to seeing Glow in Vegas with more, hopefully fleshed out characters. If you haven't seen this, if you don't like wrestling, you don't have to like wrestling to like this show at all. And so I highly recommend watching it. And, maybe my problems are just, my opinion is just my opinion. So the beginning, maybe you love the beginning. But it started kind of weak, kind of just for me, but ended really strong. That makes me look forward to season 3 even more. So that's about it for this. I do wish I had more time to, talk about this. Like people like Jackie Tone, who plays Melrose, really love her. I really love all these girls. Sheila, Machu Picchu, I know she's got a regular name, but like all these people just have, you can tell, have really interesting backstories and really interesting lives that you'd like to see more of. And with Orange is the New Black being that successful, I just don't know why they don't flesh these people out more. And I keep saying it, but hopefully next year, if there is one, that's one major thing they'll correct. So anyway, Glow season 2, 2 thumbs up. Definitely check it out. It is binge worthy. And yeah, that's about it. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. We're past 150 subscribers. Yeah, share, please. Subscribe, please. I'm not gonna, but anyway. We got The Handmaid's Tale up. We got comic reviews that just came up. Whatever, I gotta work all day today, but whatever, I might make another video or 2 before this weekend's over. So this is Robin Spurkingham Reviews saying Glow season 2 is really fun, and check it out. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a great weekend.